You. You. Patreon. Thank you, Helena. Okay. There you go. Let's go. Okay. Wow. So simple. That is so simple.
The human heart cries out for help. The human soul implores us for deliverance. But we do not hear their cries, for we neither hear nor understand. But the man who hears and understands we call crazy and flee from him. This the call to my ancestors. Raid the land of damn savage. Turn our sides to hand gestures. Whether we feel in advanced pressure. Some sport these clan better. Planted it down with his daddy weather. Listen, much we band together. For dead on me, we're having this. Still exists.
You got the protein in the fridge? Oh, you are, mine's in there, right? Oh, okay, all right, cool. This is going to be fun.
And my music,
It's going to be real fun.
It's only talking about the suppressed rising, the oppressed rising up against the oppressor. That's what my music's about. The oppressed rising up against the oppressor. So the only people that's scared are the oppressors. The only people who could have any harm coming to them are those who oppress. Simple as that. No way, blesser. Drop the oppressor. Ain't no surrender. Free down pressure. No way, blesser. Drop the oppressor. Ain't no surrender. Free down pressure. No way, blesser. Drop the oppressor. Ain't no surrender. 3-pound pressure. No way, blesser. Drop the oppressor. Ain't no surrender. I won't change, got a bouncer. The oppressor's about to get housed up. I'm like an to the end. I'm Jah silent without sin. You put me on the better for justice to win. The verses about to get rolled down. With some verses attached to the war zone. Revolution can start in the Arizona. I'm a messenger popping like Farrakhan. Backed by the honorable who sits at the pinnacle. Who judges the hypocritical, cynical, and political simple. My thinking is critical. I'm just ventilating of the actions of the protection service. Pull the black blast and kill this. Don't take any type of skill. I'm ill of all citizens who have the truth stand over me. It's too late when the caps get bent. Don't believe it, TC type. Born here to close the home. You gotta act the bone when it got the dome. When it's on the zone, all bad in my visual sight. It's gonna be killed whenever I fight. I'm a bulldog and giving them right. So you better be ready to ride tonight. On the way to the dawn daylight. We gon' let him off, so gon' pass the kite. 3 pound pressure. No way lesser. Drop the oppressor. Ain't no surrender. 3 pound pressure. No way lesser. Drop the oppressor. Need no surrender. 3 pound pressure. No way lesser. Drop the oppressor. Need no surrender. 3 pound pressure.
Elysian, Deb, Millennial, Righteous T. What's going on? What's happening? What's up, manifestations? What's up, beloveds? What's cracking? What's cracking? Grand Ascension all. What's up, beautiful ones? Sure day. Y'all learn how to say sure day? Beautiful yet? You have not learned how to say your day? How about saying that? No? I'm gonna share a little trick with you. I don't let the 808 bother me. 440. Why? I speak a vision. A vision shows me the layout of the framing of the sound of the word, and I envision something beyond where we're at. So when you see me doing this, I'm actually riding a wave, bumping through hills and grass and what you call trees and other things. And so it's like when I say theme, right? It's with everything, regardless of what you hear, right? I allow myself, and it's not an escape. It's actually a reconnection of sorts. It's, yeah. Like at the end, like I look, when I'm looking at the water, I see the boat, me in it. Like, I can only put it that way. You have to speak it into reality, okay? All right, so let's turn this down in case something happens, you know what I mean? So anyway, I was gonna speak on something this morning that would be more agitation, more feeling and emotion, to which mine, to them, would be, just because I can see and smell you, doesn't mean that you can let your little peasant minions, your little whatever, look at me. Stand there and think that you can't. That's me expressing to them, stand down, relax. I said, I'm not here to stop them. If I was here to stop someone, I wouldn't be doing this. You know, I keep saying, and I'm not here to curse, they're unintelligent and all that. It's meaningless. All right? Hey, what's up, Nance? What's up, mama? Hey, I haven't checked my mailbox, so I got to make my way over there. I had that in. It went good. I'll let y'all know and about down the road when I get my background check and all that, you know. But I want to go ahead and first I want to cover anything that may seem bad. And I know you guys are still listening to stuff coming out from Newsom. I don't even know how Newsom's still governor, but that's to each his own. It's not my place. I don't have nothing against this individual, regardless of what part he role they play, any of them. But as of late September 2025, California Senate Bill SB 771, y'all know about that, right? has passed both Senate and Assembly and has been enrolled to be sent to the governor for signature. The bill would impose civil penalties on large-scale social media companies whose algorithms aid or abet violations of existing civil rights laws. That last sentence in that paragraph should speak volumes. So I'm not here to divulge, bring clarity. I want y'all to be able to see these things. And the bill's summary of status, purpose, the SB 771 bill seeks to hold social media platforms accountable for using algorithms to amplify harmful content that leads to violence, intimidation, or discrimination against protected groups. You know the thing with the ICE and the mask? First of all, that shouldn't be happening on soil at all. But this is contentious every time one of them opens their mouth, whether it be one party or the other, or even in the middle, intermediary, right? Intermediary, right? When they say, I don't like saying some things because there is an energy change, right? But this is not a democracy. It's nowhere other than what they've been writing, and it keeps this platonic relationship between division. I'm going to leave that there. Because they spew this rhetoric when they're doing this thing in the sunken place, right? Targeted platforms. The bill applies to large social media platforms with more than 100 million in annual gross revenue. And penalties under the bill, platforms could face civil penalties of $500,000 to $1 million per violation. Penalties could be doubled if the victim is a minor. What do you have police for? Obviously not for the right things. Policing of what? First of all, the police is a word constructed on fleecing. We're going to leave it at that. Because even though they say they're a government agency, they never were in the beginning. Everything has been flipping and flopping for the longest time. Now, I don't want to be caught up in all this because you have individuals who are so convinced of how they are and who they are. I don't want you to rob yourself of it, okay? I don't want you to be emotional. I'm only giving this little bit right here as a satire. And you make it a reality based on, all right? For those who get it, you get it. I don't want to break a whole lot of stuff down. I'm just going to read some stuff, maybe to illuminate something for those who are really consciously allowing themselves to, okay, to see. Now, the status, the bill was enrolled and presented to the governor on September 22nd, 2020. Who wrote it? I don't have to start going A, I, P, A, B, C, D, elemental P. I don't have to do that right no more, right? Okay, good. It's combating hate, they say, preventing algorithms abuse, yet he was behind ICE. What? I am not pointing out the minion and whatever else. I'm only alluding to anybody seeing past the smoke, the gas, the smoke, the nausea, you know what I mean? All right, just let that be, okay? I just want to throw that out there. If you're stuck in that world, SB 771, go ahead and look at it and all the information and everything that goes with it, all right? As you see on the thumbnail, all right, I figured this might be important because yes, there is something at play, and whatever it is, I don't want y'all to get caught up in the narrative painted before you, because you are not in a position of strength to counter it if you did see it. So I'd rather you be a participant in yourself, because when you get to a certain point, it won't matter what you see. You hear that? Okay? Really pay attention now. This is not what you think, all right? Yeah, when anybody comes in with a name like that, guys, it's not that I'm against anybody, but get rid of them. All right, we don't care about none of that. Usually they run off anyway because they realize there's no power. They don't have no influence of anything. All right, let's get rid of them. Dev, appreciate you actually paying attention. Y'all have wrenches. So, with that being put up, what people don't know, remember they say 7 continents. Well, listen to this. Throughout history, several large-scale uprisings have led to the replacement of royalty. Though the leading force was often a wider movement than just the peasant class. That's what they say. That's AI. It's all over the place, right? Revolts led solely by peasants rarely succeeded in completely overthrowing the monarchy on their own. The most significant example occurred during the French and Russian revolutions, where deep-seated peasant discontent combined with other factors to end royal rule. In the French Revolution of 1789 to 1799, in France, decades of social inequality, financial troubles, and Enlightenment ideas fueled discontent, ultimately leading to the overthrow of the monarchy. There was nothing wrong there. It's the very individuals y'all dealing with on a regular who went to overthrow the righteous, the upright, and create all the chaos and the murder. They're always going to rewrite stories and tell them in a way that eludes facts and creates more fiction for you to believe in and make myth out of the truth. Most of the people beheaded were the original people in the country. Oh, I know. Up to 1974, they showed you the last beheading of some Moroccan Jew or whatever, and before that, the other one, they had his body caught on 8mm or whatever and flipped over the head, and then the other one where they hold the guy to show his face moving for up to 2, 3, 5 minutes, whatever. That's to instill fear and everything else. But you see, that was a time period that they were still, by the definition of the fake time, because it was only 100 years before that, when the Khazars, or whatever you want to call them, okay, besieged and went hiding, and then all of a sudden we get 1,000 years. So you remove 1700 and you get 7, all right, which would be the 8th century, right? By the definition in terms of how they got everything going in the spell of things. So from there, because y'all think that everything happened here in the 1400s, it happened in the 18th, which would be the 8th century. They had to conquer all the other ones using young ones, and the betrayal as they set upon the original people of the lands to try to take them down, like in Prussia and what you call Germany, Japan now, China, all know nothing. Trust me. Like cowards, man. They're cowards, man. They are cowards. This is what they wanted to do. They are cowards. I can't do nothing about cowards, y'all. It is not my place to mess with cowards. Yeah, we're back. I just wanted to go out and come back in, because this is what the AI, this is whatever you want to call it. I'm tired of calling it AI. I really am. It is not AI. A alternative I, God. And y'all need to learn these things. Yahweh, there's no such thing as Yahweh, Yabdoabeth. There's no such thing as Hov and Jehovah. Made up. When you know that the male and female and male, breath, Wah, right? When you say so-called God outside, they allude to what in our letter? I. Anyway, let me carry on because they're too tick. Now, I didn't say anything about the gas station, the thing standing there smelt. I really wanted to grab 2 swords and start running around, Ginsuing everything out there. And, I just, no, because I don't have to. And I'm look like the chat, they removed my wrench. No, you got your wrench. You got your wrench, hon. It's there. Thanks, Dom Dev. Yeah, they're cowards, and they're probably one or two of them here looking now, whatever. They didn't have to do all that. They just could have came in alive and sat there and look. I'm not looking, utilizing nobody to see where I can't find where they're at, and we don't care. Wow, funny. Anyway, let me go over here and I'll read your comments because they want to disrupt everything. That's what they do. Blah blah blah. Let me finish reading what I was reading. So what you have is you have peasants who are moving, acting like the ruling class, put in position by something, regardless of how or who, and trust in me. They're all nothing but peasants. Every last one of them, and they built it up with the fake money. They made sure they had it, and that way they can do the things that they do over you. I got it, niece, but we're live. We're here, okay? Okay? Every one of them are peasants. And because if you were part of a true ruling class, or not, you wouldn't be a ruling class, you would be to mitigate factors and things that should be taken care of, all right? And you wouldn't have to eat children and rape little girls and boys and all that other stuff. And there are other factors at play. And I'm not here to divulge them. You know, you just unaware because, and so we're going to get you in a position for some of you to kind of become aware, okay? So I'm going to read a little bit of Helena Blavatsky to you, okay? I keep saying they can't be that stupid, but they are. Yeah. And then I'll come back and see what's there. But you got to see the execution of the monarch. After a period of increasing revolutionary fervor, the king was formally deposed in 1792. Louis XVI, y'all know he was a Negro. He was black. He was melanated. Go check out Camille. Just check out the people who know. And who was executed in January 1793, bringing the centuries-long French monarchy to an end. They say it like it's some dastardly or bad thing. No, they changed the definition and they raped a whole bunch of girls and did some whole sacrificing and put the bones all up under their fake churches and gave y'all the talismans and you know what I'm saying? I'm just putting it out there, research it and see what you find, all right? So let's go ahead and get right into reading the book, all right? Then I'll come and look at the comment section, all right? And I'll respond. You don't have to be a fake account, a coward, because, you know, I'm not saying it because I feel that way. If you have to hide and be elusive and you think you're dealing with me, no, you're showing that you are a coward. You are scared, you don't know who you are, and your malfeasance means nothing to me or anybody. I can see a whole lot more, and it's unimportant. No ill will or anything like that meant. So I was going over highlighting certain things that I wanted to bring out. And Helena Blavatsky and the Masters of Ancient Wisdom, a cold visionary in her connection to the Mahatmas, Ancient Wisdom Institute. I don't like when she says Mahatmas. It wasn't in one place. It wasn't in just one place called Hindustan. It didn't exist. They were part of Tartary. They weren't flawed, but they were conquered and subjugated. And you see the perversions going on today. All right? Let's get into spiritual practice, guided meditation, communion with inner teachers. Inner teachers. Really hear me. Don't just listen. So listen, but yet hear me. And take notes if you, for those who aren't, you know, without. Find a quiet space where you feel calm. Let me turn this AC off. Good gracious. Find a quiet space where you feel calm and undisturbed. Sit comfortably. You know, I'm pulling up, make sure that it's on and you can hear me because, you know, like I said, they are pretty cowardly, sadly. It is what it is. Okay. Not really intelligent as I would hope they were, but it is what it is. Okay, cool. I can't see you on here. So I can't respond. I'm going to read. I'll respond to everything afterwards, okay? I want you to listen and take notes. That's what I need you to do. Or you should need. Forget what I need. I'm good here. All right? You should find what you need. All right? Hopefully this is beneficial. No slight, no anything like that. All right? Find a and Young Cherokee, appreciate the donation. I was able to get some gas at 319. It was always right by us. Anyway, find a quiet space where you feel calm and undisturbed. Sit comfortably, close your eyes, and begin to focus on your breath. Oxygenate the body. You don't oxygenate the lungs, you oxygenate the body. The lungs do not breathe. They're a muscle that clean the air and allow it to go to the blood places that need to go, all right? Servicing. Inhale deeply, exhale slowly. So it's a when it says exhale, it doesn't say exhale a little bit, halfway, 3/4. Exhale means to remove all carbon. Now, carbon is not a bad thing because there is a neutral carbon balancing. When I'm lifting or working out, I hold my breath and get as many reps, and I mean under tension, and it causes your muscles, like we're talking about Morocco and the olive oil, right? It's not in gray soil, but for some reason that olive oil is rich in certain, it's how it, you know, the stuff that makes an olive an olive. So the same thing when you rob yourself of oxygen, you actually haven't. You put it in, and while it's working, you're causing everything to constrict and want to become stronger. So in holding it and moving, the longer, the more you do it. You can't do it for hours. You just don't, I mean, well, you know, but start off slowly, right? There's a change. All right? Study the Spetsnaz. Like I said, square breathing and all that. Okay? All right. So you got that? So exhale slowly again. But don't rush to breathe in. And in what we call the breath, there's language. All right. Imagine, thought process here, of yourself standing before a door made of stone. Visualize it. Remember, we can say words in our head without actually saying anything over our labials right through our cortex. You know what I mean? Okay. You envision. Sometimes you like make love to my husband or to my wife, and you already imagine what you're gonna do, but it's gonna be the same stuff you're always doing. Can you stop just going from the side and from the back? Can you? But then you forget. There's no breathing. There's displacement, and you haven't had the courage to do what you to initiate and create the second. There's a way to do things. Anyway, imagine yourself standing before a door. You create that, made of stone, marked with symbols you do not recognize, right? They turn out symbols in the hand gestures. Anyway, symbols you do not recognize, but somehow you have a deeper understanding, or you understand it. You know that behind this door, teachers wait. My heart is hardened. It's like stone. How do you learn? You think that somebody teaches you? You think I'm teaching you? I'm reacquainting you, reminding you what you already know. Beings of great understanding who speak in silence and teach through presence. When you are ready, see the door open. You enter a chamber filled with light. It's not a physical movement, people, but it is. Not blinding, but soft and clear. Seated in a circle are the inner teachers in a circle. Life, yin and yang, polars, attract, do they? How about the good and the bad, what you think exists in you, the turmoil, the chaos, the things that shouldn't be there? Well, maybe if you sit down at your table and listen. Anyway, let's go on. Not blinding, but soft and clear. Seated in a circle are the inner teachers. Perhaps they have forms. Perhaps they are only a presence. Let the image come naturally. Don't force anything. Envision it. Create it, but allow it to distribute itself appropriately. Now, sit among them and ask. Sit among them, ask inwardly, not outwardly, inwardly, what guidance do I need at this stage of my path? So what guidance do I require? Then listen. You don't have to formulate or make nothing. It'll come, and you may ignore it because you're not used to this. You'll be looking for something outside to come. Not for words, but for impressions, images, emotions, or simple stillness. It has not, you don't have to create something, it's there. There may be a response or only silence. Either is valuable. Remain in this space for a few minutes, and when you feel complete, give thanks and allow yourself to return slowly to. Be humble, not permissible. Be humble and enjoy the silence. Even if you think nothing was there, there was always something. Silence. The place that you seek, calmness, stillness, the still waters that move, you know. Be important to importance. Remain in this space for a few minutes, and when you feel complete, give thanks and allow yourself to return slowly to the room. Let the needles go out of your little numbing legs because your blood flows bad, you haven't breathed in a long time properly, you're thinking negative things because of pains and ailments. Unnecessary. Allow it to flow. After the meditation, write down anything you experience. You may find meaning in it now or later. I always stated this. Remember, for those who watch my videos, I always said, move stuff around your room. Do it different from what you normally do. A lot of you come in, you want to lay on the bed and get your wine, slice of cheese or whatever, and you kick your shoes off in the same spot, blah, blah. Man, walk through the house, get some mud on the floor. Don't go, I got to clean the floor. It's not like you're going to walk on it. You ain't going to walk on it dirty anyway, for whatever you believe dirt is. Throw it halfway up the stairs or something. Go fold your covers back on your bed. You're not making a mess. You don't have to explain nothing to nobody. Let your actions, but don't be devoid of the responsibility, your moral responsibility of self-servitude. And then when you wake up in the AM, because your sleeping is a healing factor, you write down everything you can recall the moment you wake up, and you'll see it'll be all over the place. But you do that every day. Now, reflection prompt. How might the masters live within you? Hey, Knucklehead TV. Really want y'all to pay attention, okay? How might the masters live within you? The masters. See, they got you thinking master means cracky. Get your butt over there, you black little thing. Yeah, hey, Blocky, what you doing? Who goes out there? I'm not going to do the Django. It's so funny, right? Anyway, master doesn't mean that. Oh, you see, when I say my grandmaster who had influenced me and five ancestral kung fu, Chen style, Tai Chi Chuan, and acupuncture, right? It's grandmaster of a specific title that's steeped in certain forms of meditation, they exercise that is supposed to enlighten. But you are your own master. You have to increase your supportive measures. So anyway, consider the qualities you associate with higher wisdom. Consider the qualities you associate with what your qualities are as far as what you think higher wisdom is. A lot of you thought T.D. Jakes was doing wisdom. He was an actor. He was there to betray you. I'm not saying get all angry and mad and TD mad. No, he was a master at disservice, dishonesty. All right. No, you can call it for what it is. Nothing wrong. You don't have to have hate. You don't have to have animosity and envy. None of that. Nothing. That's the purpose of meditation, to see something, and when you don't see something, you have seen all you need to see. That is the lesson to be learned. Sometimes the stillness and the quietness is what a lot of you need, and you refuse to allow yourselves to have it. This clutter, clutter, clamor, clamor, okay? Anyway, consider the qualities you associate with higher wisdom: clarity, compassion, patience, courage, discernment. Again, God dog, clarity, compassion, patience, courage, and discernment. Y'all should write that down. In what ways have these qualities shown up in your life? Your existence this time, right? Where do you feel called to cultivate them more intentionally, with purpose? You don't need to look far to find guidance. Sometimes the teacher is already present, waiting for you to listen. Not all that noise and scratch my back. You scratch your own back. The most powerful bear goes up to a tree and tears the back, but is pleased and happy and frolics and rolls on the ground. We don't have to be lazy now. Key points: speak in silence through presence, symbols you do not recognize, but you know them, reflections of prompt. You know, what's the purpose? Sit among them, ask inwardly. Sit among them, they are within you. Theosophy and its mission. Listen here. I want you to hear how they wrote this and the contradiction. By the mid-1870s, Helena Blavatsky's spiritual journey had already spanned continents, traditions, and countless hours of study and inner seeking. But it was in New York City, New Amsterdam, right? Far from the temples of India, which was Hindustan, it was never called India back then in 1870, or the ancient ruins of Egypt. So you gotta know these things. And it's not even the original name of it, period, but that's unimportant. Okay? India, or the ancient ruins of Egypt, that her work took on a new and lasting form. Now in 1875, alongside so you can see me, right? I'm back. Yeah, don't be plagued or don't be bothered. Do not feel no kind of way. I need y'all to be empty. I don't feel no kind of way if they're doing it, or if it's the thing heating or whatever. It doesn't matter. I'll come back. All right? Wow, one's there and everybody jetted? Or are they hiding y'all? Put a 1 in if you're here. I'm back, guys. Oh, thumb, 944. I didn't see that. Which was only a short handful of minutes ago. We'll take it back to where it needs to start from. That's all they got. Don't worry about it, man. If that's all they got. And even if they got some more, it doesn't matter. You come back in here, I don't know why y'all just don't hold on. Niche, you sent me a message. You tell them I'm sending them a message, and everybody sit still. This is what I'm doing, and you guys are not listening. Y'all are not listening. If they're hijacking, I just go out and start it over and start from where I think. By the time I'm pretty good at memories, I know exactly where to go to. I go back to right about there. It's real simple. They're so dumb. They can't help themselves. It don't matter who or what's stupid. That's the word I use. They're like little worthless monkeys. They want to be devoured, thinking they're devouring. I gotta say that because terribly so. The reality is the reality. They're not gonna like the end. I can't do nothing about it. I can't reshape. I can't change whatever they want to be. Monkeys, men look like girls, or whatever, lizards, whatever they. I don't care. Quit wasting your time here and go about your business and stop being stupid. Now bring the people back in, put a 1, and stop your little goofy soldiering. It means nothing to you. Stop being redundantly stupid. Pathetic. He's using words that I'm calling it for what it is. Maybe something wrong? You got a problem with me calling for something there? Huh? I can read down here. I can see who's in here. And if they weren't here, they'd be saying something. So it's dumb. It's fools. Monkeys who have come in. Little monkeys. Little monkeys have come in. Little monkeys. That's all. Little monkeys have come in to dance. I wish I had tambourines and no, it's not. Little monkeys. Little monkeys. Worthless little monkeys. Deb, niece, if you, oh, you know what, she sent a message. Let me hit her up and we'll see. Hey, Marcus. Hey, hit a 1. Let me know if you're in there. Yo, you on? Because obviously some little monkeys in here watching too. But they ain't saying nothing. Hit a 1. Thank you. Yeah, that's because you just came in. All right. No, it's loading up now because the little monkeys decided to go ahead and let it back in. So it's good to have you all here. I'm going to start back where I think it left off. We were talking about, all right, that's all we're going to do is pick it up, all right? Well, we're just going to go right back and read. We started chapter 4. What were we at? Did you all hear the part by the mid-1870s, Helena Blavatsky's spiritual journey had already spanned continents? If you heard that, we'll start it from there. And we're almost done. Don't worry about the AI. I told y'all what I don't even like saying AI no more. I'm only reading like 4 chapters, and we'll get into the next 4 chapters. This is a really good read. This book. I was up last night, had me a nice little negro, you know, beer, and I was like, yo, it's really good. TMI. Oh man. Anyway. Relax, guys. It's not that serious. Appreciate that, Black Flag. What's going on? 420, dude. Anyway, let's go ahead and pick it up, read those 4 chapters, and then we'll let it be, okay? And then later I'll read to you, okay? So, Theosophy and its mission. Again, by the mid-1870s, we already broke down the term of what it would be actually 800s. Helena Blavatsky's spiritual journey had already spanned continents, traditions, and countless hours of study and inner seeking. But it was in New York City, New Amsterdam, right? Far from the temples of India, which we know is Hindustan, because India didn't exist until 1940, whatever, right? And it's good to know these things, okay? When you journey in readings, okay? On parsing, all right? Parsing, all right? Or the ancient ruins of Egypt, which was everywhere. That her work took on a new and lasting form. As y'all know, they created that one over there. Y'all are very aware of that now, right? Okay. That her work took on a new and lasting form. And now in 1875, alongside Colonel Henry Still Olcott, O-L-C-O-T-T, and William Quan, Q-U-A-N, Judge, Blavatsky co-founded the Theosophical Society, and as I stated before, in New York City, in so-called America, all right, an organization that would carry her vision beyond the realm of private experience into a public global movement. The idea of forming a society had emerged gradually, and Blavatsky and Olcott had become increasingly engaged in discussions about spiritual phenomena, which was no phenomena. We all knew our books here in so-called America, the autochthonous people, right? The book of life. In Egypt, the other one, the Hall, the records, and so on and so on, okay? Blavatsky and Olcott had become increasingly engaged in spiritual phenomena, ancient wisdom traditions, and the potential for a new kind of spiritual science. All right, I'm seeing if it's updating, okay? One that could bridge the gap between materialistic thinking and mythical insight, physical and spiritual, And their conversations attracted a small circle of curious minds, philosophers, scientists, spiritualists, and skeptics alike. Many had grown disillusioned with traditional religion, yet still hungered for something deeper than empirical data could provide. Now, in this environment, y'all listening, right? You still there? Let me know, because I know Tom puts up the little thing. I don't have an app. I can't put that up. Anyway, in this environment of searching, the Theosophical Society was born. It was at its heart a community for seekers. Okay. All right. Appreciate that. An attempt to create a space where individuals from any background or belief system could come together to explore the deeper questions of existence. Now, from the beginning, the society's goals were ambitious, very so. Rather than aligning itself with any single religion or philosophy, the organization was founded on 3 core objectives, principles that reflected Blavatsky's lifelong effort to unite spiritual traditions rather than divide them. Now, the first objective was the formation of a nucleus of universal brotherhood without distinction of race, creed, sex, caste, or color. This may seem straightforward now, but in the social climate of the 19th century, it was radical. This is not a democracy, people. That's a lie. And there's only one group of individuals that have subjugated and brought this to its mission, content you see today. It was radical. Theosophy called for a sense of unity and transcended the rigid division of society. It emphasized that all human beings, we are sentient beings, shared a spiritual essence, and that this inner unity mattered more than any external identity. I keep telling y'all all this. We already know who created these identities and stuff. And they walk around calling themselves Zionists and Jews. Zion has nothing to do with these individuals, nor are they Jews. The second objective focused on the comparative study of religion, philosophy, and science. Blavatsky and her colleagues believed that the truth could be found across traditions, all right, and that studying the similarities and symbols shared among them would help uncover a universal wisdom. The goal wasn't to create a new dogma, but to foster a culture of inquiry, one where ideas could be tested, discussed, and refined in light of personal experience and thoughtful exploration. Nothing bad. Now, the third objective, check this out, encourage the investigation of unexplained laws of nature and the latent powers of the human being, the relationship, the sentient being, one and the same. This reflected Blavatsky's own interest in occult science and human potential. We know Hollywood have made occultism, which they practice on a regular but a perverse form, made it like it's something bad. No, Christianity, Islam, that has become something bad based on occultist practices, which is a perversion. No harm, because there's still light and abundance there that could be utilized. All right. She believed that intuition, clairvoyance, and spiritual insight were not supernatural, but were not supernatural gifts, but natural faculties that could be developed through practice and ethical living. Now you see why they poison your food, the water, and the air, and why they created the dollar? To subjugate you, to make you greedy, to want to hold on to it. What's the Thanksgiving in that? Where's the Christmas tidings? Is that not worth $1 or $2? No, I'm just messing with you. I mean, it does help me in tea, but you'll already know that. Appreciate you. I had to throw it in there because some of you are still arguing it, like holding on to something like it's not, you're going to lose it. Anyway. Ethical living. Ethical living. Together, these 3 objects form the foundation of the society's worth. They still appear in theosophical charters today. Now, there are a couple of books, I have some, quietly influencing generations of spiritual seekers, even beyond the bounds of the society itself. Now, as you know, the enemy has used the Theosophical Society to create this movement and use individuals like Masonry and everything else to Masonic, a place with hidden things and further indoctrination to still the body, to put something else there, to continue to manipulate and serve themselves and destroy you, so you never become what you're supposed to be, but you do. They don't stop nothing. They're only stopping it, well, trying to hold it at bay so they can figure if they can destroy it, and they never will. And they are being held, and they're stuck, and there's nothing they can do. They're going to be held responsible. And all those of you who feel all like, yeah, I'm gonna do it anyway, to each his own. Did y'all hear all that? Please put a 1 if y'all heard everything I heard it. Please. Together, these three objects form the foundation of society's work, and they still appear in theosophical charters today, quietly influencing generations. Okay, I got that. Generations of spiritual seekers, even beyond the bounds of the society itself. Now, Blavatsky's relationship with Kana Olcott was central to the early growth of the society. Olcott, a lawyer, journalist, and former Union Army officer, brought structure and organizational clarity to the movement. He admired Blavatsky's vision and defended her vigorously in the face of criticism. Together they balanced each other, she, the mystic, with bold insight and a sometimes volatile temperament. He, the steady hand who managed practical matters and represented the society with diplomatic skills. Now, William Quan Judge, thank you guys, the third founding figure, was younger and deeply devoted to the cause. The cause. A thoughtful writer and spiritual thinker in his own right, Judge played a key role in expanding the society's reach in the United States. These writers, you need to be aware. Stay. We back? Anyway, we'll read the next 5 to 6 chapters. That's what I just actually did compared to the so-called 3 or 4 later on. All right. I might not go to the gym today. I'm still recovering, like healing, and which is very important when you're working out. So I'll probably be going to tomorrow. I hope y'all enjoyed that. You know. Hey Sharon, what's up, Mama? Flag. Oh, appreciate it. So we're good, right? I got Deb. I want to make sure I shout everybody out. Tom, got it. Okay. A lot of one. I like that. Like if I put a Q up on that joint. Engine radio, yo, what's up, beloved? It's moving kind of quick. Got platform. I'm gonna make sure I shouted everybody out, man. I didn't see Olmec. Maybe Olmec's got a good job going on. Hey, Olmec, what's going on, beloved? I didn't see. Okay, what's happening, fam? Hope you came back in. Knucklehead TV, yo, what's up? 80s born, dude. I didn't know it was this long. That was the first time it cut off. My apologies, y'all. I couldn't see it up on here because they removed it. You know. My apologies. I have to look down. I was reading, you know. I said I'll shout everybody out. Yeah, man. It's good to have you. It's always good to see all of you up here, man. Yeah. So I hope that was informative. Like I stated earlier, I didn't want to divulge whatever I see or whatever, and that's why I made the statement. And I don't want to rent space in your head. And I'm aware that whatever I say can rent space. So I want it to be something that is platonic, relational, relation-like, you know, relationship-like, and something that's beneficial. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, all the negativity that we negate from one another is unnecessary. And I never was really big on it. I told you it was hard for me to keep up doing what I was doing. Because a lot of times I'll be talking, I'll be laughing. I'll be like, oh man, some of the stuff I'm saying. But that was a couple of times. But the reality is, there's no benefit in it. Y'all may think so. That's why it's important for you to learn how to breathe. Well, to re-attain your breathing and your meditative state of clarity. And when you're looking for something, always know that when you think you've got nothing, you got more than what you require, because at that time, your inner you knows what you need at the moment. And sometimes it might be a reflection of how you should carry yourself, that sometimes you might need to be silent. I'm not talking about being in an abusive relationship and take a punch in the gut and all that other negative stuff. I am saying sometimes in order to hear what's already there, you have to find silencio. Silence. Doop doop. Jab it to the loop. That's what's up. So, I hope it was worth your while. I really do. All right? It's been doing this, focusing and focusing. I'm like, come on, man. I'm right here. This thing is amazing. I'm reading. I'm seeing y'all. Oh, yeah, I'm done. I just wanted to see how you guys did. I hope it was beneficial. Let's put it like that, okay? And I appreciate the likes, new subscribers. Welcome to the tribe. You're not clueless. You don't have to get a clue. Allow yourself to walk in your presence, your divinity. All right, be the divine, sentient light that you are. Whatever light means, right, for you guys. We think that this means light, right? That's the term because it enlightens, so you be enlightened to the surroundings you're in, when you really don't need it, because the light is within. So you're already enlightened, you're just not tapped into it. I'm not going to get all philosophical and everything. I'm just going to leave it at that. I'm going to go heat up some food and eat, and I'll see you guys a little later, all right? We have 12 individuals in here. This thing is slow. Awesome, Dom. That's what's up. Okay, guys. Well, I gotta go charge this thing up, eat, and I'll see you guys a little later. All right, and appreciate you guys. Y'all know the Cashapp if you want. All right. That thing got some big tires on it, man. Anyway, that's some big tires on that thing, man. Is that an electric bike? What is that? Anyway, get with you guys later, man. Nah, appreciate it, huh? Oh, Dev, you already know. Always must love. Tom, practice breathing while lifting. You'll see. I'll be doing it tomorrow because I'm going to hit the whole body again. I got to push past, you know what I'm saying? Oh, that's a scooter with them big old wheels, man. Yeah, you can tell who's from California. Carolina. Namaste.